She was very encouraging, very inspiring, and she actually motivated me. I appreciate the fact that she was so authentic and very personable, and it really made me feel like I relate to her story. What I aspire to be? Just the best version of myself.
You are listening to Unleash the Podcast, revolutionizing the way women grow, work, live, and lead. Engaging interviews, insightful book reviews, and timeless gems to aid the modern woman in excelling personally and professionally. Hosted by the multi-passionate Tabitha D. James, Unleash the Podcast not only empowers listeners, but also equips them with applicable action-based resources for daily life. Hey friends, and welcome to a Unleash replay featuring yours truly. So when we got ready to do this interview, my guest had backed out on me. No call, no response to my emails, no message back on Facebook, no anything. So at the drop of a dime, me and my staff member Hannah got it together and got ready for this chat. And I let her get all up in my business, right? I talked about shifts that have happened due to COVID. I talked about some things that I feel like business owners skip or should, do a better job of. We just got all into it. So enjoy this replay, and there will not be an outro. So I just want to go ahead and let you know, go to the link in the comments or the show notes or wherever and get your ticket for Unleash Next Level. Get it, get it, get it. All right, until next time, catch y'all later. Enjoy the replay.
Everybody.
Hello. Hi. So, as you know, it's 12 o'clock on Tuesday, so lunchtime chat. Let me know. I do have the air on in the back, so let me know if there's like feedback or something, and I'll turn it off and just sweat a little bit, but I don't want to, so let me know. Today's guest kind of bailed out on your girl, so you get me and Hannah. Hannah's awesome. So Hannah, you want to introduce yourself?
My name is Hannah Bethea. I'm a sophomore at Winthrop University. Should I tell about my major?
Sure.
Oh,
Why
well,
not?
I'm 19 years old and I'm an elementary education major. I want to be a teacher, not with high school students. I just want to be with little kids. And it's pretty much about me. I live in Lakeview all my life. A little bit here sometimes.
Right. She
Yeah.
probably doesn't love that she's had to be here because of Rona.
No.
You know.
Rona has done something to us.
Hannah has been a tremendous help. She's being so modest right now, but she has been a tremendous help these last 7 to 10 days. And like, I don't even really want to send her back to school. I'm kind of like sad, but
I don't miss my little tap.
I'm sad. I'm trying to figure out how I can loop her in through my kill. But thank you all for joining today's lunchtime chat. Be sure to tag someone or tell someone or share with someone. We are going to be talking about business, especially like female-led business. Hannah has some questions for me.
Yep.
And then I'm going to shout out some others. I did a post earlier asking folks to tag like female-led businesses. And so I'm going to share that post in the comments, and y'all feel free to go check these people out. Later on, I'm going to tell about some of the businesses I've been able to support here recently, and so we're about to get started. Hannah, I'm ready. I'm sharing y'all. That's what I'm doing on my phone, but
Okay,
about to get started.
so the first question is, how long have you been in business and how has COVID impacted business?
COVID. Oh my God, y'all. That second part of that question just made my heart start beating. So I have been in business officially since February of 2016. Unofficially since I was born, right? I have been all types of side hustler, get it how you live kind of person. I used to sell snacks in middle school, and then I sold keychains. I would have brought one today if I knew I was going to be being interviewed, but I told y'all this is not planned. So yeah, I used to sell snacks in middle school. I sold keychains, and then I sold mixed CDs. And then when iPods came out, I would take someone's like iPod and load the new music onto it.
I'm like, I didn't know you did all this.
Yes, I used to type papers when I was I used to type papers when I was in middle and high school for like older people who were like getting degrees and stuff, y'all. And I'm like typing their papers. What else? else did I do growing up? Tutor. Then in college, I would do all types of promoting for different things, for events and parties too. I ain't gonna say it's always been polished. Parties, like all types of things. So that is, I've been a freelancer, if you will, since I was like 9 and 10. And I started doing some type of side hustle type stuff while I was in college back in 2011 to 2013. And then through graduate school, that's when I started speaking and really tapping into the things that I really wanted to do. And then in 2016, I started my first business, I Am She. And now, how has COVID impacted business? I don't know where to start.
So much is
COVID really made me pull out greatness, is what I'll say. So when COVID first came, I was booked to be traveling for the rest of the year, basically. So I got 13 cancellations the first week.
we are in a lot of places.
Of the pandemic. 13 cancellations, y'all. 13 cancellations. We're not going to talk about how much money that is because I don't want to get depressed again, because I'm not depressed about it anymore. But I will say that I was depressed about it.
You already paid for it?
No, so basically these were people that were going to pay me.
Oh, it's a lot of money lost.
Events.
Yes.
But then they weren't happening. So it was a lot of like, we regret to inform you that this is canceled.
Mm-hmm.
We regret to inform you that we don't need you. You know, it was it was piercing. It was a lot, y'all.
I can only imagine.
It was a lot. And so that happened when COVID hit. Additionally, I was working with some clients who decided to say, you know, hey, I'm looking at my finances right now and I don't know if I can continue to keep this service because, you know, COVID-19, I don't know what my revenue is going to be. So not only did I lose, not only did I lose speaking contracts, I also lost some of my clients. And so at first, your girl was sick. Like sick. You can ask Tammy, she's in the room. I would be like, I was playing Candy Crush to stimulate my mind because it makes me like think, because you have to like think to move the thing. And I'm a very critical thinker. So I was using it to stimulate my mind, but I would also like just lay on the couch like, bruh, what is life at this point? Like, what is life? What am I gonna do? But that didn't last long. I got on my fitness journey, so now I've been working out for 114 days straight, and that helped my mental. And then I just hit the pavement with changing my business model. So I did do a little bit of coaching before this and a little bit of consulting, but more so it was speaking and planning events. And so I just switched them. So now it's less speaking in person or no speaking in person, speak online, and really planning events unless they're virtual, and a lot of coaching and consulting. And so before I could even put it out there widespread, I just told some people that I knew who could vouch for my ability to tell other people, and then I sent out a few emails to a few of my lists, and my program sold out before I could even tell the world that I was changing my model. So that's kind of how COVID impacted business for me. I just had to change a lot. And then with the social enterprise side, with the business and the mentoring program, we just had to go 100% virtual, which was extremely hard because we had to think about, do all of our participants have internet access? What does that look like for people we had lined up to speak? Are they going to be willing to maybe come and speak virtually pro bono? Because now our budget looks a little different. And so that's how COVID impacted your girl. Just a lot of shifts and changes and all of that.
But you got through it.
But
That's all that
still
counts.
getting through it every single day. Every single day. Every single day. It's every single day.
Okay, so next question. If you could give yourself advice 6 months ago, what would it be?
It's July. So 6 months ago would have been January, February. If I could give myself advice 6 months ago, it would be to focus a lot more on like automation and tasking and having my systems in place. So for the last year, I've been working a lot with like having my systems in place so that a lot of things in my business can run without me. And they're automated and they're just like running in the internet and they don't need a lot of Tabitha power. I would have focused a lot more on that aspect had I known what was coming down the pipeline with this pandemic. Or even if the pandemic didn't come, that just frees up so much more time. And I love like being able to do different things in the community. I love being able to be flexible. Like I love having like get up, check my email, see invoice paid, and I haven't even done anything. Like it got paid overnight, right? I like that. I like being able to get up and go on a walk with my partner, or go talk to my mom and make her breakfast and do things like that while invoices are being paid without me doing anything because the work has already been done. I love that. Freedom and flexibility is part of the reason why I'm an entrepreneur, because I like it. Going to a desk or going anywhere or doing anything, the same thing every day, just it really kind of gives me anxiety. I'm shaking right now thinking about it. And so I love freedom and flexibility. And so the more systems that are in place, the more things that are automated, the more things that are running on autopilot, the less I have to do. So yes, I might have to work for 20 hours consecutively to get it done and get it ready to be automated, but then once it's automated, it's done. So if I could give myself any advice 6 months ago, it would definitely be to focus more on systems and automation. So I wouldn't be feeling like, what in the world right now?
Okay. I think is a good response for 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I like that response.
Yeah, so.
Okay, so next question for you. How have you supported other small businesses in these uncertain times?
Wow. A few different ways. So number one would be that I offer some lower cost options for my coaching program. So during these times, I have some offers that I would probably never offer any other time. So for nonprofit organizations, I have a $125 coaching session, and basically we talk through what they got going on, what they want to have going on, who they need to connect with, different things like that. We talk through that for an hour. And for businesses, those are $175, and that's a price that would probably not exist if it wasn't these times. And so that's one way I've been able to offer assistance and support through my business. Another way has just been buying from them, right? I go to the Ground Out Coffee Bar in Marion, South Carolina more times than I should, right? But it is a small woman-led business that happens to be owned by, one of my former teachers, kind of. You're right. So I love that. So I go there a lot. I go to when we are eating out, we do eat. At the beginning of the pandemic, we ate a lot of Olive Garden because they had what was it, 2 for 1?
Yeah, the 2 for 1.
Yeah, they had the 2 for 1 type thing. So we ate there a lot because it was cost efficient,
Yeah,
but that is not a small business. So for what it's worth, small business restaurants that have tried to stay open during these uncertain times, we've tried to consciously support them and eat there and different things like that, because we understand how hard it is to try and stay afloat during these times. If you're a large restaurant chain, if you close for a while, they can kind of compromise the funding with other places. But if you are small and you all you got, your customers really matter. So that's been one way. Another thing is that most of the things that I purchase, whether that's for business, She Is Me, or myself, I support small businesses. So Fancy Solutions, Fancy Creative Hustler, not really sure what she's changed that name to, but anyways, Sierra Young, I have supported her business quite a bit because of the time. She's very quick and efficient, and so if I need to order something or if I need graphics done, that's one business that just comes to mind. I have not necessarily ordered from Designs Per Shani during the pandemic, but I did support her financially before this, and we are in constant communication with each other, just pouring out resources and thoughts and things like that. So those are 2, I guess you would say, creative type businesses. Wicked Liquid Enterprises is a drink mixology type thing, and so there aren't any weddings going on, there aren't any events going on, and the owner, Carrie, and I went to Coastal together. So a few weeks ago, she did like a live session where she mixed drinks, and Tammy and I bought a box, and we were able to like mix it at home. Super cool. Like, it was super cool. And Tammy's like, it's good. It was good. And if you are a female business owner, in the comments, feel free to tag your social media, drop your website, any of that, so that people can find you, let them know what you do. What's another one? The Soul Summit with Sabrina Nicole. she also has a design, like paint and sip kind of company. It's called the Merrick Highway. I think I'm saying that correctly. So Tammy and I celebrated our anniversary COVID style. So we both had an opportunity to plan a day for each other. I did Friday, she did Saturday. She won because this built me a hot tub, okay? But so she won, hands down, whatever. But
She built you a whole, like a legit hot tub.
like a whole hot tub, like a whole hot tub.
I give you props, Miss Tammy. I give you props.
Thank you.
Yeah, so she built me a hot tub. What else? You know, I'm grateful, but she won, needless to say. However, Friday night, I did prepare the meals, like a handmade meal. I put it on like a board, and we did paint and sip at home. And the owner, Sabrina, mailed us the items, and it was packaged super nice. I'd love for y'all to see it, but I don't have it right now. But she packaged the items up, and then we put her on Zoom and put it onto the wall, and like projected it, and we painted those nice paintings over there.
The one back there?
Yeah.
Oh my
Do you want to
God.
bring those over here? Yeah.
So who did that one? Or y'all did it together?
I don't really remember. We're about to find out.
Both
Huh?
of us had it.
Yeah, both of us had a side.
Oh yeah, so it makes
Oh,
it
that
to
was-
one.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
That was mine because you didn't shadow the trees.
Okay. So we did these.
Look at that. I'm so proud of you guys.
So that was what we did during our anniversary thing, and then the gifts that we bought each other. You know, some of them, you know, might have came from Amazon and other Walmarts and places. But for what it's worth, we did support small businesses, especially Tammy. Her classmate has a business. What's the name of it, babe?
Margie's Jewelry.
Margie's Jewelry. Yeah. So she ordered me some items from there. So super excited. This right here came from a small business. You know, it was a gift.
That 1908.
Yeah, you know,
That
back in
1908.
1908. Okay, so yeah, I had, and there's several more. This is not a woman-owned business, but the Hope Dealer movement with Tady and Paige. Y'all know me and Tady, and we rock. So I have the Hope Dealer hat. Great initiative. Check it out. There's just been several. Okay, so I'm gonna stop there and stop listing. But if you check out my personal page, any given time, I'm rocking my Melanated Professional hat, which came from New Geechee. She lives out in Arizona, but she's a South Carolina native. And you know, Geechee is like the Charleston kind of area dialect. So yeah, support that. Basically, long story short, to answer the question, I try to consciously buy from, pour into, support small businesses. Of course, my heart is with small Black women-owned businesses, but then small Black, but then small, and then large. So that's the order I go in when I'm looking to buy something. Woo.
That was funny to me, but so true.
Right.
Okay, so the last question. Any advice to any other female business owners before we leave?
Sure. So if you have questions too,
Yeah.
this will be a great time to ask them. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. Any advice, stay the course. Okay? So my number one thing is to stay the course. Don't let anyone or anybody deter you from your goal, your dream, your whatever. And I know some who join these chats, you might be a side hustler, so you might be a teacher by day, or an accountant by day, or a journalist by day. You may have a day job too, right? But I think that one thing this pandemic has taught us is to make sure that we have other sources of income, even if that's not like a business. It might be stocks, it might be real estate, something like that. Having other sources of income, even if you're operating a side hustle, be sure to be about your business, right? Customers don't want to play with you, right? If you are selling someone something, have integrity, right? Have quality, have good customer service, communicate, especially when things go wrong. A lot of times in small businesses, you might be a one-man show or a two-man show. So you don't have all these various departments that, you know, larger businesses have, right? So somebody might say, well, Amazon ships my order in a day. Well, you just let them know, I plan to ship it out as soon as I possibly can. Here are the details. But be open and honest with people that are spending their money with you, right? So stay in the course. Don't let people tell you what you can't do or what you ain't gonna do. Just let them. If they got time to criticize you, then they clearly not minding their business.
Right.
So that's a word, right? Get your stuff together. This one is like, I know sometimes you don't want to hear it, but a lot of times we struggle, especially as black people, especially as black women. We're already, a minority, if you will. A lot of times we don't have our stuff together. We don't have our back office stuff together. We're mixing business and personal funds. We don't have things registered the right way. We may not have our taxes and stuff done properly. Invest in things that matter. It's great to have a nice social media presence and be popping on social, but there's a difference in doing business and looking like you're doing business, right? There's a difference in being about your business and playing business. So a lot of times we aren't able to apply for certain things, or we aren't able to take our business to the next level. We aren't able to go to the bank to get support if we want to, or even if it's us trying to get investors or things like that when you're looking to move up to the next level, because they're not about to support you because if you don't have your stuff together. Like, you're not able to articulate how them seeding into your business is going to give them a return on investment. Even if they're not looking for a return on investment, sometimes I may give someone just a donation of love, but I want to know what is it going to. Like, when I talk to you about your business or your plan, I want to know that you have some metrics and some goals, and you know about your customers, and you know about what it is that you're doing, and you're able to articulate those accordingly. So get your stuff together means for you or others. That's just a form of advice that I want to give. Let's talk about current times, right? So COVID happened. You had SBA, so Small Business Association, giving out loans and grants. You had PPE, where you could get support. A lot of people weren't able to apply for it because they didn't have their stuff together, right? They got a social media business but don't have no license. They got a social media business but haven't filed with their state. Right? They're saying they have these employees, but they haven't, or even if they're contracted employees, but they don't have any proof that these people actually work for them. So advice, get your stuff together. The back end is just as important, or even more important than the front end. The pretty pictures matter, the pretty packaging matters, the great things matter. But, you gotta be about that life if you're really trying to be out about that life, right? So there's a difference, right? Last advice, be cognitive of what you say and do on social media, even your personal page. For example, earlier today I was very frustrated that my guest was not coming on live today and did not respond to me. And everything in my petty body wanted to get online and tag and do all types of foolishness. I don't know what that person is going through. I don't know what has happened. In the last few days, they may have contracted COVID, or someone that ain't know may have contracted COVID. The person is also a mother, so she may have something going on with her child or her family. I don't know. So I didn't do that. Whatever, it is what it is. But not only thinking about what that person might have going on, I think about what people look at me for. People go to my page for inspiration. People go to my page to see what I got going on. People go to my page to see all things Tabitha, right? I don't need them going and seeing me bashing somebody, right? I don't need them going and seeing me talk about the latest drama. Do I have my personal feelings about what Governor McMaster is doing with the education system and things Trump saying, all that? Of course I do. But I save it for the talk with my partner and my friends. I do not post about those things on social media. That's a personal choice. It's not me changing myself. It's just me choosing what it is that I'm going to put into the atmosphere. So those are the three things. Don't let anybody deter you from your dreams. Be about your business or don't have a business. And be cognitive of the things that you put out into the world. So those would be my three.
Good. I really like that last one too. I think about that all the time.
Really?
Yeah, not to, splash out and say things on my social media, because there's people out there that make you want to jump out of character, but you can't do it.
People will try. Okay, so we have just a few minutes, so if you have questions, feel free to drop those, or we're going to get off here and get back to work. So Hannah has been looking out for Tab and Tammy, right, for the last few days. Tammy, have you enjoyed having Hannah around?
Yeah, she has.
She's such a sweet girl.
Especially work in progress, because she's a whole
She is a hard...
She is the GOAT.
She's a GOAT. Y'all can talk about young people if you want to, right? But you can't talk about Hannah. You got to get around the right young people, okay? You gotta get out right now, people, because this is a goal, okay? We got together at first because she bullied me into helping her.
I needed her help, man. I needed her help.
She bullied me into helping her with the protest, and that was amazing.
Yes,
Right? Her and her
we
friends.
did that.
It was amazing. And then I was like, Hannah, girl, I need help. I need help. Help me.
Which I did not mind at all. I love a little tap. I didn't mind at all.
I did not. And she was gonna do it too, probably for free. I didn't think she knew I was gonna pay
I didn't
her
know.
first.
Yeah, I was like, but she came in. She's a blessing in disguise, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, she's a blessing in disguise.
Don't start. So Hannah, before we go, have you learned anything while working with me and Tammy these last few weeks?
I've learned a lot, especially when it comes to time management, because you have to get things done. We packed those like 400 boxes, or was it 300 to 400 boxes in less than a day and a half, y'all. Like, we had to really get things going because she had a deadline where she had to get those boxes to the beach and to get rid of the other ones. So it was like boom, 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 you gotta go. I learned that Tab is a very hard worker. If you need things done, like if you don't have it, like if I wasn't here, Tab would have still got it done. That's what I'm trying to get to the point. Even if I wasn't here, she would have got it done. She gets things done no matter what. Like, she's a very great boss. She's my friend, but she's a very great boss. She takes care of me. So like, she also taught me some stuff about graphics, like that I had no idea about. We went online. She helped me. She she also asked me to do some other stuff with She's Me. I was confused about some things. I shoot Tap a text. She sends me the email of what I need to do, like step by step. And like, I was like, she really, like, she ain't gonna leave you out in the forest like that, you know, to be messed up. She gave me detail, make sure I didn't know what to do, and I got through it like that. She was helpful for me. So if she ever asks you to work for her, go work for her.
Come work for me.
Because she's the best. Like,
Come work for me.
seriously, she's the best. She gonna make sure that everything's good and smoothly. I want her to stay my boss if I gotta go to school.
She has to go back to school, but I'm trying to figure out how she can like maybe work for Rock Hill or something.
If I can,
So
I'm gonna do it.
Xtavian, can she like oversee her while, you know, because we work together a lot. So we're gonna try to figure that out because she has been a blessing too. And so it has been a blessing to me too, Hannah, because a lot of times I think that I'm a horrible boss because I'm so like this. Like,
She's not. You have to be a boss like that to get things
like
done.
I'm like this, and I just have to realize that sometimes people are not ready for someone like me, and that's why it doesn't work out. Excuse me, because I am like this. And another thing I love about working with Hannah is she doesn't mind asking questions. If she doesn't know something, she asks questions. And she's like, oh my God, no rush. And then I just get back to her, and she's probably surprised that I got back to her that fast. But it's just like, if you ask me a question, I typically have the answer. But when it comes to giving instructions, I kind of give them the best way I can. But I'm so used to just knowing how to do something, I might skip something. So all I need is someone to ask me a question. So for those of you who may be working on building teams for your small business or getting assistance, be clear and find people that will be dedicated to helping you no matter what. Even if that means 400 boxes in space.
Exactly, right?
And don't be afraid to bet on young people. A lot of times people talk junk about young people, but I know that I started doing all great things as a young person. If it wouldn't have been for older people who poured into me that weren't like super duper old, but like kind of older than me, like they knew a little bit more, I wouldn't be the great person that I am. And so I feel like it's my duty to pay it forward by seeding into amazing young people. So me and Hannah are going to go get to work. Thank y'all for tuning in. Bye.
She was very encouraging, very inspiring, and she actually motivated me.